All right, we'll give it just a minute here. Make sure we are live. And I think we are good.
Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody. Welcome, welcome. Look who I've got with me, Nancy from a Crone's Intuition, my
Hmm.
neighbor down south. So
Yes.
thank you, Nancy, for wanting to do the live with me. Let me
Yes.
take care of this
This
echo.
great man scheduling a live at 10 p.m. What about that?
All times are
That's our Scott.
yeah, all times are possible with me. So
Yes. Yes.
but thank you for wanting to do this. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do some chatting and just see where the night takes us. We may do readings, we may not. So please hold your readings until we say if we're going to be doing that, because we're
Yeah.
just going to fly by the seat of our pants, right, Nancy?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, let's say hi to a few people. I know Ramon was here. I'm not sure if he still is, but he was. So, hi, Ramon, if you're watching. And same with Fiona. Fiona was here. That was a while ago. So good to see you again. And I know Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
And Courtney.
Courtney.
Hey, Courtney. And then Renee is here. The tarot magician is in the house. Hello. And Fiona is here. So, hi, Fiona. I see
Yes.
you there. And let's see who else we got. Viviani. Hello.
Hey, Viviani.
And let's see. Moving on down, Miss Moonlight.
Hey,
Hey
Jean.
there. And making sure I'm trying not to miss anybody. Um, scrolling, scrolling. I think I said hi to Marilla. I might not have. No, I didn't. Hi, Marilla. Marilla is here in the house.
Mm.
We really do have the best chatters, so thank you
Oh,
guys for being here.
a
No,
loyal tribe.
well, Courtney, Nancy just told me that she can stay as long as I can.
I'm in my jammies. I mean, I've got a cup of coffee. I mean, don't let anybody say this crone is not up to the challenge.
I'm seeing that I'm going to be ending, and you're gonna be beating me wide awake. Hey, Corinna Grace. Corinna Grace is new to the channel, so hi again. Glad you came back. And let's see who else we got. Lisa Keller is here. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Think you might be new as well. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. And Fiona says she loves the glasses, Nancy. It is very chic.
Oh, the other ones.
I don't know if it's the other ones or these.
I got these. Because when you're a crone, you can do pretty much anything you want to, right?
Yep.
And I was told that I look like I was channeling Elton John.
I thought about that too when I first saw that picture.
So, and a couple of comments, are you really going to wear these? But you know what? I can see really well with them.
Oh, well, there you go. I
So,
love them. I think they're great. Yeah, you do look like you're channeling Elton John.
she was talking about the other ones. I don't want to. If I am chic this way, then I will be.
Oh, yeah. I love your glasses, both of them. Jackie says groovy, baby.
Groovy, baby. Yeah.
All right, so the first thing that we were going to talk about is just things that me and Nancy would normally be talking about when we do our video chats and just
Yeah.
talk about some decks that we have. And Nancy, I'll let you lead and we'll just start and go from there.
Well, Scott and I. Well, how long have we been friends, Scott? Gosh,
About 3 years, I think.
3 years. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and he's so special, isn't he? Y'all know that. That's how come you keep coming back all the time. And it's a a pleasure to know Scott. He's wonderful.
I feel the same about you. So
Well, I love watching the readings. It's just that usually I get sleepy.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But we were talking earlier about some of our favorite decks, and I have a I have way too many. I have way too many decks, and I'm going to share with you exactly how many decks I have, because
Oh,
I have the app that's called Libib,
right.
Libib, and you can put anything in there, that you collect. Like I collect antique books, I collect crystals. I don't have my crystals in this, but I have all of my oracle decks listed, and like I can go in, and if I'm having trouble finding one, I can look at the picture so I remember what the box looks like. But
Right.
why don't we play a game? How many oracle decks and tarot decks do you think I have separately? How many oracle decks and how many tarot decks?
Oh man.
Let's see. Anybody in the chat?
Anybody in the chat want to try this too?
Okay, the
Maybe
the name of the
Jackie.
app is Libib, Libib.
I'm gonna say you have over 130 Oracle decks,
Okay.
and probably I think you have more than that actually. I'm
Well,
gonna
there
say
now, Miss Moonlight, I don't have that many oracles, and I don't
not
have
that
that
many.
many tarot, but I do have a lot. I'll tell you what I have.
Okay.
I have 220 oracle decks,
Wow.
and I have 157 tarot decks.
Wow. Okay,
So
you got
how
me
can I
beat.
possibly use all these decks?
Well, you're a collector,
Yeah.
so
Yes, I
that's
am.
that's some of them don't get used, but they may somewhere down the line. You never
Well,
know.
in many ways, I consider them my art gallery.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
like the Japaritsi tarot, has beautiful imagery. And I think we've both pulled some decks that we're going to share that are our favorites, or a different type of deck. But also a lot of my decks, I regret to say, were FOMO purchases.
Yeah.
During the
Fear
pandemic.
of missing out.
Yeah. I during the pandemic, I would watch these walkthroughs and lives where all these people were showing these decks, and I wanted to be a part of that, and I bought, not irresponsibly, because I mean I could afford to do it, but some of the decks would come and I would go, oh, you know that's not really what
Right.
I thought it was going to be. But I have found that I will pull one off the shelf, and in time I will get through all of them. you know I have
Hmm.
some that are really favorites that I use all the time, but then
Me
there are
too.
others that I'll see something and I'll say, oh, what's that deck, and they'll tell me what it is, and
Hmm.
I'll go, oh my gosh, I've got that.
Well, Miss Moonlight makes a good point. She said if you have 200 books, no one would think that was weird. They would say, "What a great library."
Yes, yes. And that's why, I told my daughter-in-law, because my husband, I've been going through all my husband's stuff, and donating clothes and things like that. And I told my daughter-in-law, I said, well, one thing that I've learned is that I am going to try and get rid of a lot of excess stuff, so
Hmm.
that when it happens to me, you won't be left with all of this stuff. I mean, I found my husband restored antique vehicles. He was a retired deputy sheriff. And I mean, I found a radiator for a truck in his closet. I
Oh
mean,
my
just all
goodness.
this stuff and tools and boxes that are so heavy I can't even lift them. I mean, there's just all this stuff. But she says, well, there's a difference. She says, you've got good stuff. She loves my crystals and, a lot of the books that I have. And I told her, I said, listen, she's a green witch and she's a kitchen witch. And,
Right.
I told her, I said, my decks, I said, I know you don't read with them, but I said, my daughter would just toss them. She wouldn't care about them, and I told my daughter-in-law, I said, I am surrounded by a fortune in tarot decks and oracle decks.
Right.
And I
Right.
said, please don't throw them away, find them a home, or, sell them, give them away, whatever, but don't throw them away. And
Right.
she said, oh, I won't. And I said, well, I just want you to know, that they're not cheap, to somebody who, doesn't know about decks. They might think that they're just as expensive as, playing cards,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, and it's like Miss Moonlight was saying, it's just like you would have books that you cherish, it's the same thing. And I think you said before that it's like they're part of you almost. They're kind of like your children. So
yeah.
yeah,
I think I love my decks and I love my crystals, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I have always over collected, not just with these,
right.
but like cookbooks, and
Hmm.
antique books, and uh, I love the things that are around me. You know,
Hmm.
that's why I have them here, and I like to light everything up.
That's great. And
Mm.
let's see. Miss Moonlight said to her son, "Please don't put these in the yard sale."
Yes, really, really. I mean, that would be somebody's treasure finding them that knew. No, I'm not a minimalist. No.
No, me neither. Me neither. Yeah. Jackie loves the pretty lights.
Yes.
What's your favorite book, Nancy?
I really like The Alchemist by Paul Coelho.
Hmm.
I really I love his books, and I have a book that was my aunt's. I can't remember the the title of it, but it's a really old book. It was like published in 1937, and it's a story of pioneers, and when they were being attacked by Indians, and all this stuff. And every time I would visit her, she was in Evansville, Indiana. That's where I was originally born. She
Right.
I would pull out this book and read it. And one time, I was visiting her when I was like in my 30s, and she said, I want you to take this book. You've read it more than anybody. So I have it in
Yeah.
my collection. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite one. Eckhart Tolle has one, The Power of Now,
Mm.
which is fantastic. It really changed my outlook on a lot of things. So
Mhm.
that would probably be my favorite. But I used to want to, when I was a kid, I would go through encyclopedias, and that would be my thing, looking at maps and atlases. I was just a big geek, I guess you could say, because I loved, globes and atlases and
Uh-huh.
finding out about different countries, and
Oh
that
yeah.
just amazed me. So I would say probably like Wikipedia
Yeah. Well,
is one of my favorite books. So
I loved the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit.
me
I,
too.
I
Yeah.
like, and I love the whole Star Wars story, and like Watership Down. I love it when
Mhm.
an author creates another dimension, like another universe. Um, I think that's fascinating, and I
Right.
have a really vivid imagination, and so I was thrilled when the movies came out, because the trilogy of the Lord of the Rings, they did them
Hmm.
justice. They didn't,
Yeah.
scrimp. It was like, it's like, oh yeah, that's what I envisioned. That's even better than what I envisioned.
Right. Right. Yeah. I've seen all three, and they were really good, definitely. And
Yeah.
yeah, it takes a lot for me to get into like a trilogy and watch all three, but it was I was able to do it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hello, Teresa. Welcome. Say hey to Teresa there.
Hey, yeah.
And let's see. I watch Lord of the Rings every year as a little tradition for myself. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's certain movies that you can just watch over and over again.
Harry Potter
Oh
movies, I
yes.
think you can.
Oh yes, yes. Yeah.
There's Garnet. Hey, Garnet. Says Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now
Viviani will.
I don't have an Alice in Wonderland deck.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. I've had two, and I sold one of them because it didn't remind me of the movie at all. But the one that I kept is from Dame Darcy.
Oh.
So I have
Mhm.
three of her decks, and one
Oh,
of them is the Queen Alice.
now
So,
I don't have any of her decks. I have,
yeah.
I always wanted one. And there's another a deck that I really wanted to get. I was going to get it on Kickstarter and I backed out. It's a Marseille type deck, but it is let's see if I can think of it. Dr. Falke's uh Tarot of the Drowning World.
Oh wow, never heard of that.
And all the pictures of the people they're underwater.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's very different. And I'll go to it's on Tarot Arts. You can get it there, and a lot of times it's out of stock. But I look at it and then I think, no, I'm gonna wait. And I'll get something else.
Right.
Yeah.
Viviani wants to know, do you like Anne Rice? I'm not sure what she did.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm not great with authors. What did she do?
She did the Interview with the Vampire and the Vampire Lestat and all the different vampire books. It was like a series. I mean, golly, there were like 4 or 5 books. There may have been more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it Interview with a Vampire? Is that her?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Oh,
and
yeah, I like
another
that
one
movie.
that was the I think she did it just on Lestat, in his life, and another one that I like is a movie that has to do with vampires. Is I don't know. My son says, I can't believe you love that movie. It's The Queen of the Damned. Has anybody seen that?
I've seen it.
I love that movie.
I liked it. I liked that. Yeah. Who was the main actress in that? I can't remember. I know it's not Rihanna, but I want to say Rihanna. It wasn't.
I can't think of her name. Not Shaquila. Shakina or something like that. She was killed in an airplane accident right after the movie. She died before the movie actually was in the theaters.
I remember that now.
Beautiful girl. Yeah.
Jackie wants to know, what is your favorite deck currently?
Oh. Do any of you know what this one is? The Mystic Palette.
Yeah.
By Cyril Marchetti. It's the muted palette. I love this deck.
And I have the regular one.
You can get lost in the imagery. I mean, I can just I don't know.
You want to show a few pictures?
Well, look at the
cards.
Look at the Hermit. Look at his eye. Whoop. Look at his eyes.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, look at the wisdom that's there. Scott, can you pull out the Hermit and just see the difference between the muted and the real colorful one?
Yeah, definitely.
Because
take me a minute.
And what I like about this deck is I like to read a lot of there's certain tarot decks that I like to read intuitively. I mean, there's just so much in this card to see. Look at the light in his eyes.
Okay, I'm going to pull you back
Yeah,
down and
yeah.
we'll show ours together.
Okay.
Got a
Let's
little bit of
go
glare on it.
real close. Yeah. Okay. Which in the chat, I'm just curious, which do y'all like the best? You won't hurt my feelings, and I'm sure you won't hurt
You won't
Scott.
hurt my feelings.
Well, if we hurt Scott's feelings, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm just kidding.
He's got the lamp in both of them.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
completely different tone. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it has a different look, doesn't it? Here, I'm looking at chat and
Yeah,
see.
it does. Let's see.
I don't know.
Scott's, Nancy's. It's
Yeah.
about about even here.
Yeah. I mean, I just there's just something about this deck that I just absolutely love. And I mean, there's no I was just looking to there aren't any cards that I really don't like, you know. Hey,
Right.
Heather.
I really like the Emperor.
Oh yes, yes.
Beautiful card.
And I was looking.
Aaliyah, that was her name, I think, wasn't it? Aaliyah.
And I love yes, that's what it was. And I love this Three of Swords.
Oh yeah.
Because you can really see the pain there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's my favorite deck right now. And I have another deck that I think is going to be a favorite. I just got it yesterday.
And what is that?
Let me find it here. Let me see. Where are you? I've got all these. Let's see. I've got to move my dragon there. I just had it. This is what happens when you have too much stuff. Oh, here it is right here. I knew I had it close to me. It's the Oracle of the Hecatean Path.
Well, let's blow this up.
And it's by Ken Payne and Chris Butler.
Right.
And I saw a live with Richie from Longman Tarot and Gerald Tarot Stash, and the two creators of this deck. It was Ken Payne's vision, and Chris Butler is the illustrator, and they collaborated on that. But some of the cards, they're absolutely beautiful. And I don't really know anything about Hecate.
Right.
But like here's the card of initiation.
Well, that's pretty.
And the card, the full moon, the card of illumination. And what I think is interesting is, and I could be wrong on this because I don't really know, but this whole deck has to do with Hecate or Hecate, however you pronounce it. And I know that Alana Fairchild did a deck on Kali, the goddess Kali, but I don't know, like to my knowledge, there's not a deck that is all Caradwan. You know, that's the goddess that I'm working with right now. And I think it's interesting that the whole deck, now it has some other deities from the Greek pantheon, but you know, they all refer back to Hecate. So I'm looking forward to studying this. The only problem is the guidebook doesn't have a whole lot of information. He's going to make a larger guidebook, you know. Mm-hmm. But so I'm excited to work with this one.
That's cool. Andrea's talking about dragons. Welcome, Andrea. We should love the dragons. And you had a
Oh, here's my dragon, Andrea. This is Anala.
Anala, I love it.
Oh, I do too. Oh, she feels so good. She's so nice and cold.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love her.
So trying to get through a lot of comments.
Oh,
So
yes.
thank you
Let me
guys. So
see.
appreciate that. Let's see. I think they're talking about different cards here still. I'll back up a little bit because I missed a lot of comments. Now, Ms. Moonlight says the muted seems too washed out to me, not enough contrast. So I would go with that too for my, just that I would pick mine over yours just because of the colors or
that's
top
why
out. But some
that's why
people
there's chocolate and vanilla.
exactly, and it doesn't matter. See, Garnet said that yours seems warmer. And Anna liked yours as well, the first one. Back together here.
Well, I think I think Scott and I were talking earlier about black and white decks. I have several black and white decks, and the one that I really love is the Chair of the Abyss. But I have found, some people don't like it because it doesn't have colors. But it's kind of, for me, it's kind of like when you see a color photograph and then you see a black and white photograph of the same image.
Right.
Very often, I notice more in the black and white photograph as far as detail goes because I'm not distracted by the color.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Yeah. Makes sense why I love the colors popping out everywhere. So yeah, it's just a difference of opinion there. But
oh, I love colors.
yeah, and I love the Abyss, which is a black and white deck. So definitely have that one.
I love that guidebook. Oh my.
There's another one that's called that I do have. It's in the Abyss. It's called the Helping Hands, it's black and white. It's Healing Hands or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now, but I do have another black and white deck. Courtney wants to know, would Nancy ever create her own deck?
I probably not. I mean, if I did it, it would be just for me. I had thought, that would really be, it would be fun, wouldn't it? You know exactly what every card meant.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Oh, you have a cat?
I have a kitty.
It looks like it's on your...
There's Sunny.
Sunny.
Jackie says she would want to color the black and white decks.
Well, you could
yes, Terror of the Abyss.
Yeah. Oh, Courtney, you're colorblind?
Yeah, she would like black and white decks because she's colorblind. I didn't know that, Courtney.
Yeah.
Hi, Marby. Welcome.
Hey.
Sunny's on supervision. Yep. He's trolling the area now. Ramon's back. Hey, Ramon.
Hey, Ramon.
Care Bear says, I'm partial to muted colors into black and white decks. Absolutely adore the Tarot of the Abyss. I was just writing on a sad card from that deck. So glad to be here for some good chat. Oh, we're glad you're here, Care Bear.
Yes.
Let's see. Miss Moonlight says, I got the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Color Me edition. Have you heard of that one?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. So she hasn't started yet.
Ramon has a lot of decks that I don't have.
Oh, really?
Yes. The ones that he shows. Yes, he has a wonderful collection.
I just have to put a plug in. Ramon will be on my channel tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Can't wait. So, looking forward to that. Fiona says Sunny is man pretty. That's funny. Deck Envy, says Courtney. All right. Well, what else should we be talking about? How about decks that you use right now that you're using?
Well,
All to you.
as far as tarot, I'm using the Mystic palette, and one of the decks that I really and I use the Tarot of the Abyss is um uh, one that I was very fortunate to have, and I have used it because you can see the edging is kind of not the best in the world, but this is the Bone Stone and Earth Flesh.
I've heard so much about that
And
deck.
it's from what I understand, it is going to be mass market, a mass market deck.
Oh wow!
That she has Avalon Cameron. That she is. I was going to just. Do any of you have this deck?
It's the Bone Stone and
Earth Flesh.
Flesh. Yes.
Here's
I do not have it.
The Three of Cups.
Oh, that's cute.
And this is the back.
Right.
And this is the Hanged Man.
Wow.
I think this King of Wands kind of looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Anybody
just a little bit.
Yeah,
I do see that in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. And I love this Ace of Pentacles.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's not bad. That, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me a little bit of the Sawyer's Path.
Oh, okay. Now you have.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't have that one. Another
Oh, I thought you had Sawyer's Path.
I have this one. I ordered it from Jamie's Etsy store, which she I checked the other day, and she's stepped away. She's on vacation, but this is just her. I've been working with this a lot. I love her imagery. This was the her take on the 1909 deck.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, and I just love. Let me pull out some. I love her High Priestess.
Yeah.
Do any of you have this deck? And her knights, I love her knights. Look at the action in this one.
Yeah.
The Knight of Wands. But, and here's her tower.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I really like this one. It's kind of all messed up. I've shuffled it. And it's not in order.
Courtney, I like the Gilded Royale is the one that I learned from Ciro Marchetti, and that's the same one that that's the same author that did the Mystic Palette that we were comparing. So that was what I suggest to people because that's what I learned from. So I love the Gilded Royale. It just made me fall in love with tarot, and I have it here somewhere, but I can't place it because I need to redo my decks. But no, I don't know where it is right at this very moment. But it's very pretty. Do you have the Gilded Royale?
I do. My first deck was my first deck was gifted to me. It was the Abana White, but I didn't use it. It was a used deck from a friend who sent it to me. We were we went to Europe together, and when we were in Amsterdam, she picked up this tarot deck. At that time, I didn't even know what tarot was, and when she was dying, she sent it to me because she said I was the only one that would have any kind of connection to it, you know.
Wow.
But the deck that I ordered to learn from was the Radiant Weight. Yeah, and it came with the orange book, the big, real colorful, you know. So.
Yeah, I have that, and that was the first Rider Waite that I really, really liked. So it was was that
Yeah.
one. Miss Moonlight wants to know what deck is the rarest or most sought after in your collection. I'm not sure. For me, I'm really not sure.
Well, a
Um,
lot of people were
Something I've
going
been,
crazy over the Bone Stone. I
yeah,
mean, it was
I
crazy
I
because,
haven't seen it for a lot of people, but because I don't think it's out anymore, is it?
well, I know that when I it's a funny story about Jonathan Daly.
Hmm.
I was watching a live, um, and Jonathan was on, and Sandra from the Spirit of Avalon, and Chris. It was on Chris Elemental Cartomancy's channel, and they were discussing, and uh, Sandra said that she had traded and gotten the Bonestone deck.
Right.
Um, you should have seen the look on Jonathan's face, you know. And when I ordered the deck, I like to drove Alice Evelyn Cameron crazy because I kept messaging her, I want to buy it, I want to buy it. And a lot of people
Hmm.
backed out because it took so long for it to be created because of the pandemic and a lot of other things. But anyway, so when I finally was able to order it, I ordered two. And so I had one that was still in the box I hadn't even opened. And I had looked on eBay and they were going for $1,000.
Wow.
And I don't know, there's
Crazy.
something in me. I think that's, well, this is just my opinion. I think that's obscene to take a deck that you
Yeah.
paid. I think I paid $138 for it. Um, and then with the postage and everything, because it came from, well, it came from China, but the postage that was figured into the price. And so I was just holding on to it. And when I saw Jonathan's face, I sent him a message on Messenger and said, I have a deck. Would you like to barter? I would like one of your
Wow.
necklaces, one of your crystal grid necklaces. Would
Hmm.
it be a fair trade? And you should have seen the look on his face when he read the message. I mean, it was just so cool. It made me feel so good. And that was worth more than $1,000. You know what? I
Yeah,
absolutely, oh, goodness.
that's awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Yeah. Morella wants to know if there's any deck that doesn't resonate with you. I have quite a few that don't, but I'm hoping that they do eventually.
I
Um,
have one
will but
that
I
I
have a
got
few.
on, I was just looking to see where it is over there. Um, I got it on, hold on just a second. I'm going to scoot my chair over there.
Okay.
And let me see here if I can. Here it is. Wait a minute. No, that's not it. See, this is a problem when you have too many decks. When you're looking for
Yeah.
it, you can't find it. It was a Kickstarter that I got, and it sounded so good in the explanation of it. But then when I got it, it was just, I don't know. I can't find it. Uh, it was a deck that was uh kind of like from like a Scandinavian deck, and it well, it was a pip deck, and I didn't really know much about reading pip decks at that time, and I was just so disappointed, but I can't even remember the name of it. Had something to do with ice. Ice was in the title,
Doesn't
but
ring any bells.
yeah,
I
no.
can think of it for you.
Well, I mean, it made it on Kickstarter, so enough people ordered it to where.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
How about a deck that surprised you?
um, one of the decks that surprised me in a good way was, I wanted to get a Poppy Palin deck and the Everyday Enchantment Tarot.
Yep.
I love this, and I think I probably would love it even more if I were from the UK, because I think it's based on people in the UK. Look at the back of the deck; it's so colorful, and
very modern.
And look at the lovers.
Oh yeah.
Because you got all kinds of love there. You've got the love of the pet,
right?
The elderly people, and then the young people. And oh, look at the swans back there in the background. I mean, there's just all kinds of imagery. And here's the King of Cups. Look at this.
Oh yeah, I like how modern it is.
It's just everyday things.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah. And I love that. And here's the Ace of Blades. Look at this. Veterinarians.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised when I got it and I opened it up and I saw it and I thought, well, gosh, this is everyday life. I love it. Yep, what about you, Scott?
One that surprised me, I think Miss Moonlight was talking about that Anna Kay didn't resonate with her now, and now she adores it, and that was one that did surprise me. I think the Star Seeker Tarot really surprised me, and it's not one I would usually go for. It's muted kind of tones and colors, but I just adore it. I want to use it all the time. And it's got a very good texture to it and everything. Do you have the Luna Soul, Nancy?
No, I do not.
The Luna Soul it looks like cartoons, sort of, but at the same time, there's so much wisdom and Easter eggs in each of the cards. There's just all kinds of things that are in there, and it's really brilliant the way that it was made. There's just there's so many Easter eggs in there. With Knight of Pentacles there.
It's a beautiful palette.
Yeah, it is. And another one that I wouldn't normally go for, but I really, really like that. Look at the Six of Swords, how she has to cross, you know how usually it's the boat with the swords in it. She has to cross the swords to get to the other side.
Yeah, but so, it's a gentle deck, isn't it?
Yes, it's very gentle. It's very gentle. But I really love that one. So, and that one surprised me too, I think, when I got it. So let's see.
Favorite holiday deck. I have, I like the witch decks that are out, like for Imbolc and Samhain and things like that. I have the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. And I don't have any actual Christmas decks. And I don't really have a whole lot of whimsical decks. That's why I got, let me see. I got this deck because it has the cutest, most whimsical pictures.
Oh yeah, that's
the
cute.
Wisdom of the Wild Things. But then when I actually started reading with it, it's a pretty hard-hitting deck. I mean, it's not. I mean, look at this bloom in the mud.
That's pretty.
Isn't she precious? So that was a surprise in a good way. But I thought, well, I need something that's kind of whimsical, because I don't. I take my dragon decks seriously.
Yeah. You have the Ethereal Visions, right? I think
yes,
I do.
I do.
Kind of think what that looks like.
The Ethereal Visions is the card that is a deck that reminds me of my mother.
Is that the Matt Hughes deck? I think I have the Luna edition right here. Hold on.
It's the one with where it has the gold.
This is the Luna edition. I have the other one as well. This one is more silver and it's more inclusive than
Oh, okay.
than the other one.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I have the other
I
one.
love that too,
Yeah.
Kara
Yeah.
or Karen. Sorry. Let me look through the comments. Mr. Maurice, thank you for your super chat. We're not sure if we're going to do readings or not, but Nancy, would you mind doing one reading for Mr.
Oh,
Maurice?
I'm happy if I'm whatever you want to do, Scott.
Yeah,
I'm
let's just kick this. Let's knock this one out. I
okay.
didn't mean that in a bad way, Mr. Maurice. What do the cards see for me after the next 2 weeks? After the next 2
Okay. Let me
weeks.
see here.
And we're just going to do this one question and then probably go back to chatting. So,
Okay.
just so everybody knows what's going on. I should have put a banner up, but no problem. Thank you for your donation, Mr. Maurice. I'm going to use the Luna Soul since we just talked about it. You mind if I go first, Nancy?
Please do. I'm not ready.
All right, take your time. I got for you the Five of Discs, which is the Five of Pentacles. And this, he's got too much going on. So you might have a little bit of a burden going on coming into the next 2 weeks after the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I was trying to get that right. Then you got the Ten of Cups. This is the happy community, happy family card. So I think some good things are coming up for you. Just got to make sure you can get behind the or around the speed bumps and not cause them to trip you up. Then you got the Two of Wands. So this is planning and like going on a trip, and also could be just making plans, for maybe a new job or something else in your job, possibly. And then you got the Two of Discs. So there's two twos here. Interesting. So talks about balance and flexibility. There's also a change coming, Mr. Maurice. If you can see the butterflies there, they're not in every card in this deck. I don't see them in any of the others. So the butterflies mean change. Then you got the Knight of Swords. So this could be fast energy coming in, fast movement. And then the last one I got for you is the Ace of Discs. So I think everything's going to work out. There's going to be some new opportunities, new money that might be coming in after the next 2 weeks. And I'm hearing to be patient as well. So all the cards look pretty good. This one's a little challenging. That's the first one. So you get over that first hurdle, then I think that you're going to be all set and you're going to be able to find where your place is what I'm seeing, because this is finding your place kind of card as well. So that's what I got. What you got, Nancy?
Mr. Maurice, I have 4 cards for you. The first is I pulled some dragon, dragon energy for you. It's the Earth Dragon. Clears your path and the land around you, and it says, "Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life." So it's important that you ground yourself and move forward. The second card that came out for you, I feel, is a message from your guides and guardian angel. This message is for you. I don't know what it is. So you need to strive to connect with your guides and angels, because they do have a message for you. It's for your higher good. The next card says, "Let it out, let it flow. Open up the heart to feel." And I think that this has something to do with the message that they have for you, Mr. Maurice. The final one is, this is a very powerful card. It's a card of manifestation.
That's so pretty.
It's important that you manifest what you want. Decide in your heart and soul what you want, and then strive to manifest it. You might want to do something as simple. I mean, I say it's simple, but doing a vision board where you put down everything that you want, everything that you hope for. And you cut out pictures that, like if you want a new house, you find a picture of a house that you really want, or a new car, or a happy family, or whatever it is, and label it and put it where you can see it every day. And when you look at that, you think about what you want to manifest. You don't put it in a back drawer. You look at it every day. And manifestation is the key to get what you want.
Love that. Thank you, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's the only question that we were taking, because there was a donation. So Lisa, I will be on tomorrow with Terry Renner at 12 noon. So if you want to come back with your question tomorrow, I'll be on. Actually, probably a couple times tomorrow, but at 12 noon, I will be, and that's Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be back on. So if you want to bring your question, then I appreciate it. There were several people talking about how they loved your lights and the aesthetics that are coming from the background there. Mm-hmm. And I think it's beautiful too, what you've done with your space, because I saw how it was before, and this is just beautiful.
I think anybody can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, just put the things that you love around you. To me, it's crystals in my decks and things that I have collected over a lifetime of collecting. And then I just put lights on it. So it makes me happy whenever I come in here. It grounds me. I can look out the window and I can see the birds and I can hear the birds, and and I've got my crystals around me that are so powerful, and it just fills my heart.
That's awesome.
So thank you. I'm pleased that you all like it.
Do you have an altar for reading, or do you have a separate altar as well?
Yeah, I have. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I don't know if I can show you. Let me take the phone down, and I'll show you one of my altars that I have here. I don't know. Can you see it?
Yes. Who is that? That's the little Yoda.
Yeah, that's little baby Yoda. But I have this is my altar to Caradwin. Can you see her? I can't really see what I'm.
Yes, we can see her.
I have all my crystals.
Oh wow!
And things that are just important to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you back on now. Here we go.
It's beautiful.
And I have another altar that's over by where my apothecary is, and I read from over there sometimes.
Gotcha.
There we go.
There you are.
Am I back? Yeah.
You're back. Yes.
I hope I didn't make you busy.
No, thank you for showing. Yeah, Morella says beautiful crystals. Definitely.
Yeah, I love my crystals. I wanted to share another deck that I have.
Yes,
that I think if any of you are, and some of you may have this, it's Kristen Louise's deck, her rune deck, and it's the Star Rune Oracle, and it's on Make Playing cards. You can contact Kristen, and she'll give you the link to find it. But like as an example, I'll just show you 3 cards. For each rune, she has more than one more than one meaning. And this is Al Giz, and this one is invocation.
Oh yeah.
And the same rune is guardians
Oh, that's pretty.
and protect yourself.
Oh wow.
And she, each one of the deck, each one of the cards is just so special. The like this one, Anzu, the Wisdom Keeper. Look at that.
Mhm.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is, yeah.
And this one, I love this one, and I'm hoping this doesn't trigger anybody, but I just want to show you because you don't see something like this very often. This is Burkano. It is the card of healing.
Oh yeah.
And I think that was very, very brave of her to do
It
that.
was,
And
yeah.
the other meaning for that card is mother and rebirth. So
Wow.
you have an option. You don't just have the one card for each rune. So I just think that what she did was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. They're saying those cards are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Kristen's going to be on my channel too, coming up on April 6th, I think. So
Oh, that's
she
awesome.
she is a wonderful reader, something that I didn't realize until she went on to the members only that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing definitions of the cards, and she was just spitting out the definitions just like crazy. And
Mm.
it was amazing how much she knew.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's her deck, and I wish I had it. It's on my wish list. But
Yeah.
I love the art on it as well.
And the guidebook is a PDF that
Mm-hmm.
you can print off, and it is a wealth of information because it explains each card in detail.
Right.
So, I highly recommend. I highly recommend it. I was just looking at the chat to see what's going on.
Sonia said yes, and your new dragon crystal is awesome, Nancy.
Oh, I love Anala. Yes.
Is Agador there with you? I don't hear him.
No, he's in the living room because it's been so cold, and this room
Okay.
doesn't have, it doesn't have heat at night. And I was afraid he would get sick. Agador, it's my parakeet, and Agador is 9 years old,
Wow.
and he acts like a little baby bird. He's just so happy. But I'm going to move him back in a few weeks.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
I miss
good.
him in being in here because he's such a happy little fellow. Yeah.
Jackie wants to know how many crystals do you have?
Oh goodness.
I have like 5, and 3 of them are missing because the cats have just knocked them off and lost them.
I honestly don't know because I have got like bowls full of crystals.
Wow.
Like 5 or 6 bowls full of crystals, and I've got all of these that are here, and then I've got the ones that are back there, and on all of my shelves I have crystals on all my shelves with my cards. So I honestly don't know. I would, I mean,
Over 100.
some of them are really little, like this little piece here,
Right.
I would say I have at least 500.
Wow. That's
But
amazing.
some of them are very small, and then I've got others that are bigger. I love this piece. Whoops, because can you see to me that looks like a monk in meditation.
Oh yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, so I love this one.
What is that?
It's a form of agate.
Agate. Okay. You've got some really big ones. So
I do. Uh, I yeah.
And she has some that resembles other um, anatomy parts.
Oh
that
yeah,
I'm
I
going
have that one
to.
put away.
Yeah, that would put away just in case somebody came in.
Goodness, yes. I I bid on something that I bid low on it, and I never dreamed, because nobody had bid on it, and I won. I
Oh my goodness.
I won the bid on it. So it's a very masculine body part.
I can imagine this.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you're gonna say.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my goodness.
mm, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, but
Kristen's deck
Jackie put
here.
yeah. Oh, awesome, awesome. That's good because we want to support all our fellow YouTubers when they
Yeah.
do, with their deck endeavors, don't we?
Yes, and Kristen's a regular in both of our lives, so
Yeah. Yeah.
be doing great to support her.
Yeah.
Jackie's got the idea there with the
Yeah.
eggplant.
Pretty close, not quite.
Hey, we're all family here. We can talk
Yes.
about whatever.
Yes.
But well, that has been an hour. That flew by.
It did. It did. You getting tired, Scott?
Yeah, this is my fourth live today. And if I'm going to make it to tomorrow at 12, I think you beat me, Nancy. So
Well, this has been fun.
yes,
Your
definitely.
chatters are the bestest in the whole wide world.
Yeah, and you've got wonderful ones too that I think came over. So yeah, Jackie's laughing there.
Yeah.
She knows
Yeah,
what's up.
Harley was in my last chat. She's you were really precious. You said lots of nice things, Harley. Thank you.
It's nice to see you, Harley.
Mm.
And there's Jean. I don't know if I said hi to you, Jean, but welcome. And yep, so I guess we will call it a night. And I thank you so much for being my guest.
Before we do this, let's send
Mhm.
some love and light to Amanda and
Yes.
and Aurora Rose and Daddy Sushi as well.
Yes, definitely. Let's do that. And if anybody doesn't know, one of our regulars just had a baby last night. Last night?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and they maybe had a little bit of difficulty, but I think they're both doing well. But lots of love and healing to Twisted Sushi, who is Amanda, who comes into both of our lives as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she came in while she was in delivery and got a reading. It was amazing. So I was just shocked. But
I wish I'd had something like
awesome.
that to distract me when I was in a labor.
That's what she said. She said she needed something to take her mind off of it. She was in full labor. So I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you all. And we will see you tomorrow. What have you got going on, Nancy, next?
Let me see real quick. Monday, let's see. Monday I'm going to be on with Allie.
Yeah.
At I think it's 3:00. And let me see here real quick.
You will love working with Allie. She's great.
And then Thursday I'm going to be on with Sylvia at Colorful Foresight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Sylvia very well, but I'm looking forward to. We're going to be talking about spirit guides and angels. So, and I guess readings with Allie. She does oracle readings, and so do I. So that should be fun. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, thank you again for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. And
I had fun. I had fun.
Thanks to all the chatters, and we will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Be here. Terry Renner holding your space is going to be here. So I'm looking forward to that. And we will see you guys soon. Hope everybody has a wonderful night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.